going, guys? Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video, and I hope you're doing well. Today's video is my 2019 favorite. Now, all these products didn't necessarily come out in 2019. These are just my standout products of 2019. So if you're interested, then you came to the right place. Starting off with complexion, I have 3 products to mention, and the first is the Thrive Causemetics Buildable Blur CC Cream, and I use the shade Tan. This is perfect when you want lightweight coverage, but it doesn't build up to full coverage actually, and I'm actually wearing it on my face today. I use this product on days that I don't necessarily need a long wearing look, but I want something that's fresh and something that'll look beautiful for the few hours that I do have it on. It comes in a fantastic shade range, which is so nice and very uncommon, unfortunately, for a CC cream. I actually have 2 videos on my channel where I apply the product onto my face, so if you're interested in seeing those, I will link those down below. The next 2 I'm going to mention are foundations, and the first is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Freshwear, I'm pretty sure is the full name. I actually ran out of my second bottle and I haven't gone back to repurchase it yet, but that should tell you right there, it is a fantastic product. It is very long wearing, it's beautiful on the skin, it's not matte, but it's also not completely radiant, if that makes sense. I'd say definitely Freshwear is the perfect way to describe it. The way that I use it is actually by mixing it with the second foundation that I'm going to mention today, which is the NYX Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation, and this is in the shade Mahogany. The reason why I mix the 2 is because of the color match. Neither one of these foundation ranges have a perfect match to me, but mixing them, I get not only my perfect shade, but I get the best of both worlds. This is, just like it says, a naturally radiant foundation, but it lasts long, just like the L'Oreal foundation. And that's really uncommon in general, to find a radiant foundation that is also long wearing. And like I said, this is in the shade Mahogany. I really haven't heard that many YouTubers talking about this Born to Glow foundation, and I'm actually pretty surprised because it is a very, very good foundation. So either one of these are great picks if you want something from the drugstore. And like I mentioned first, the Thrive Causemetics CC Cream is a fantastic CC cream. Moving on to concealer, my standout concealer is actually the e.l.f. 16-hour, oh, let me hold it right, the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. And the reason why this is surprising is because I actually have a video up on my channel where I give a review that I'm just not impressed in, and I think it's because I used too much product, not only in that video, but just in general when I was first trying it out. And I've since realized that if you use less product, it is very nice. Also, I find that I really only use the deep chestnut shade. It's really nice because it's full coverage without being too heavy on the face, and it's also not drying. This is a great full coverage concealer to use along with a foundation, but I would not recommend using it just to spot conceal without any other coverage underneath, just because it is more of a full coverage product. Now, a concealer that is perfectly capable of being used as a foundation instead of a foundation is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and I know everyone has been talking about it, but it's because it's for a good reason. This is a full coverage concealer. It's hydrating, it's packed with fantastic ingredients, and you do get a ton in this container. This is the first one that I've bought, and I've used it consistently, and I just haven't repurchased it because there's just so much in the container. I definitely recommend this if you're wanting to try it out. I don't think you will be disappointed. I love blush, and as a result, I own a lot of blushes, but particularly powder blushes. So in 2019, I wanted to get more into cream blushes, and the one that stood out to me the most is this Colourpop Blush Stix, and this is in the shade Invite Only. And I prefer to apply this by taking a Real Techniques setting brush and brushing the end of it and then dabbing it onto the cheeks to blend it out. It is beautiful. It has this subtle shimmer to it, but it doesn't make it look like you have glitter all over your cheeks. It just makes it look radiant and very juicy and plump, which I love. This shade is perfect for everyday wear. It's not too pink on the skin. It doesn't look too severe on my skin, but it also does show up because it is actually pigmented, which is very nice. This bronzer I happened to pick up just by chance. I wasn't necessarily really looking for a bronzer, and I certainly wasn't looking for this bronzer in particular. So I am shocked to see how much of a dent I put into this product, since I you know, wasn't really seeking it out in general, but I fell in love with it. And this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer in the shade Cappuccino. I do wish that they went a little bit wider with their range, just because, I mean, there are always people with deeper skin tones that could use bronzers, but this shade in particular works perfect for me, and I am wearing it today. It gives just a very beautiful warmth to the skin without being too pigmented, but it's pigmented enough to show up on my skin, which is just so nice. In 2019, I found myself reaching for one highlighter over all highlighters, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. And you can see that despite the fact that I have used it almost every single day since I bought it, which wasn't even in 2019, it was definitely in 2018, I've barely made a dent. I believe I've already gotten my money's worth out of it, and I still have such a long way to go. I love this. I hope they can put this on my dead body when they go to bury me. Just saying. So I definitely did not mean to make this like an Anastasia Beverly Hills video, but the truth is the truth. And these products I've used so much over 2019, and this is no exception. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick, but I didn't use this as a foundation. I used it as a contour. Excuse me. This is the shade Walnut, and you can see I am just about done with it, which is so sad because I don't think I'll be repurchasing it just so I can try something else. But this was just the perfect texture, just creamy enough to be able to blend out. It stayed on the skin whether or not I would set it with powder. The tone was perfect for just carving out the features whenever I did want to use a contour product in my makeup routine. For brows, this is a product that has always been a favorite, but I went away to try other products, and every single time I've come back to this one. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I remember I discovered this right around the same time that I discovered the Anastasia Beverly Hills, what is it called? Brow Wiz. The Brow Wiz. I tried this at the same time as the Brow Wiz, and honestly, I like this better than the Brow Wiz. I found that the Brow Wiz broke off a little bit easier. This one was just able to withstand the pressure that I use. I guess I go hard when I'm doing my brows or whatever, but it's nice because when you use a pencil that's too soft and you use a decent amount of pressure on your eyebrows, you end up breaking it off so much that you end up buying a new pencil like every friggin' day, and like nobody has the money for that, nobody has time for that. This is perfect. I find this lasts me a while. This lasts me longer than any other of the brow pencils that I've tried. And just in 2019, I pretty much only did my brows using my brow pencil. For mascara, I fell in love with this Loreal Lash Paradise. It was one of those things that I kept hearing everybody say that it was the great drugstore mascara. You need to try it, you need to try it. I finally got around to trying it, and everybody is correct. This is a fantastic mascara, especially if you like that voluminous clumpy lash. This really gives you that. I actually have the waterproof version, which I typically don't buy waterproof. I bought this by accident, but I can say that the waterproof version is very good as well. And that wraps up my 2019 beauty favorites. I wanted to keep it concise and really only focus on the products that really stood out to me in 2019, products that I used almost every single day, products that I repurchased or was just really floored by. I would love to hear your 2019 favorites, or even the 2019 products that didn't work for you. Make sure you leave those below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you like videos like this, then hit that subscribe button and hit the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a video. I hope you're doing well wherever you're at. Bye.